Do people ever talk about you? Do you ever wonder what they say? In order to prevent Nehemiah from rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem nearly 2,500 years ago, his enemies spread rumors about him, which we find in the book of Nehemiah, chapter 6, and verses 1 through 7. When word came to Sanballat, Tobiah, Geshem the Arab, and the rest of our enemies that I had rebuilt the wall and not a gap was left in it, though up to that time I had not set the doors and the gates, Sanballat and Geshem sent me this message. Come, let us meet together in one of the villages on the plain of Ono. But they were scheming to harm me. So I sent messengers to them with this reply. I am carrying on a great project and cannot go down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and go down to you? 4 times they sent me the same message, and each time I gave them the same answer. Then the 5th time, Sanballat sent his aide to me with the same message, and in his hand was an unsealed letter in which was written, "It is reported among the nations," and Geshem says that it's true, that you and the Jews are plotting to revolt, and therefore you are building the wall. Moreover, according to these reports, you are about to become their king, and have even appointed prophets to make this proclamation about you in Jerusalem. There is a king in Judah. Now this report will get back to the king. So come, let us meet together. What's the rumor? That Nehemiah and his fellow Jews are planning a revolt, and that Nehemiah was planning on taking over as king. Now, we can't control what people think, or keep them from saying it to others, but we can determine our own response. Nehemiah did, and we see his response in verses 3 and 4. I'm carrying on a great project and I cannot go down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and go down to you? And 4 times they sent the same message, and each time I gave them the same answer. This story teaches us 3 important principles. Number 1, refuse to give more attention to a critic than you would to a friend. In verse 8, we find Nehemiah's response to the false rumors about him. I sent him this reply. Nothing like what you are saying is happening. You are just making it up out of your head. And then Nehemiah got back to work. To Nehemiah, the people who mattered were those who were for him, rather than those who were against him. So instead of trying to change minds, he changed gears and kept moving forward. The second principle is this: realize that with opportunity will come opposition. The Apostle Paul wrote to the Corinthians in 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verses 5 through 9, "After I go through Macedonia, I will come to you, for I will be going through Macedonia. Perhaps I will stay with you for a while, or even spend the winter, so that you can help me on my journey, wherever I go. For I do not want to see you now and make only a passing visit. I hope to spend some time with you, if the Lord permits. But I will stay on at Ephesus until Pentecost, because a great door for effective work has opened to me, and there are many who oppose me." With opportunities for effective work often come serious obstacles from others. Criticism is a sign of respect. If you weren't succeeding, they wouldn't even notice you. The third principle is this: remember that it is the big battles that produce the big victories. Satan won't send us congratulatory telegrams just because we decide to do God's will. In fact, he will fight us every step of the way. But remember these words from 1 John chapter 4, verse 4. You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. So today, remember that God is on your side. And so your victory is assured, no matter what anyone else might say. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Friday with another message from the Word for You Today.